Welcome to our podcast.
This is Lee.
This is Cami. Thank you for joining us on our self-employed journey.
We hope you'll join us as we go through the ups and downs of our business ownership and growth.
We will be bringing you weekly episodes talking about our own adventures, interviewing other business owners, and sprinkling in some fun topics to keep this podcast relevant and upbeat.
So if you like what you hear, please don't forget to subscribe at the end and give feedback for future episodes.
All right, let's do this.
What are we doing?
We're together actually in the studio.
The car studio?
Yeah.
All right, why are we not in my house studio? And by
Because-
studio, I mean like at the counter or my kitchen table.
Well, I'm wondering if people can actually hear that he's getting a new roof and I'm coming over to do a podcast, and all of a sudden there's 10,000 people on the top of his roof nailing a roof down.
Yeah, I didn't think they were going to be going this long. I thought maybe they were going to stretch it over 2 days, but it looks like they're probably going to do it in one. I mean, these guys are busting their ass. You talk about business stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we could almost talk about that, but that's not on our outline.
I legit thought about it though when I walked in. I was like, "Wow, that's amazing. They're getting this roof done in a day."
Well, they're killing it.
So whatever their systems are, props to them, because that's profitable. Hopefully, this is our first podcast in person.
This is amazing. Where are we going to right now?
Starbucks. It's our favorite spot.
Usually it's separate though. Usually you're calling me while I'm going through Starbucks drive-thru, or I'm calling you while you're going through the drive-thru.
Truth. Freaking blinker drives me insane every single time we're on the phone.
So, should I have dressed up for this? Because I'm like in my work t-shirt.
I dressed up.
I didn't do my makeup.
I did my makeup for this.
No, I did not.
Let's update everyone on what we have going. So number one is the YouTube channel. So it's very super new. There's only 4 subscribers. It's fine.
It's big time. I think we're gonna make tons of money from this YouTube venture.
I think that a couple of them are actually just family members.
Yes, and probably all the views are us making sure.
Yeah. We've had
we're artificially pumping our numbers
by accident. I don't really know. I don't know how that works, but check it out. Go to YouTube, The Self-Employed Journey. Subscribe, so maybe we could have a few more.
Do you think this thing's ever going to progress and we look back on this first video from the car and be like, look how far we've come?
Absolutely. That's how business works, is you look back and you go, what? Like what?
Yeah. All right, so what were we talking about? I want to get back.
So we've got YouTube.
Yep.
And guess what? We're writing a book.
We are writing a book. Well, I wouldn't say like we're writing a book, but
what?
We have somebody helping us.
No, you don't say that.
Oh.
Nope. Nope.
Book.
We're writing a book.
What is it about?
So this book is,
because I want the 4 people subscribed to this to know about our book.
Our book is, I'm so excited about this because actually everything that we are doing on our podcast and on the YouTube is flowing through to this book for people that like to read or listen, right? It's about the entrepreneur stories and the people that have been in business or starting business, and their stories and successes and failures and real life in between.
Yeah, I'm excited because if you've never been in business, or you're in business, or you've been there for a while, or God forbid, something we may talk about on another podcast is, failures during COVID.
Yes.
So we may end up talking about that. But the book, yeah, because you got somebody.
I've got someone who I really, really want to get on here. 9 years in business, COVID shut it down.
Yeah, so that's obviously going to be something that we do want to talk about. But I think with the book, being able to read those stories with folks and like you said, get the real picture of the ups and downs, the failures, the successes, and the problems that they've had to overcome is great for somebody that, where else can you get that wealth of experience starting out. So I hope that's what it brings to the table.
Yeah, me too. And I think that's our goal here, is in the culmination of everything that we're doing together, is to provide the information to others, either in business or who are headed into business, so that they don't have to struggle as bad or as hard as others have, and build a network. We're building a network.
It's going to be a huge support system, right?
Yes.
And we've talked about this before.
We've got a group on Facebook.
Yeah, we get that. And like when we talk to people, when we start really kind of deep diving, and you already do this with your accounting business and the CFO training, is that we're only successful if other people are successful. And I think that's imperative, to what we're going to be doing, is that we partner with these folks. It's not going to be good enough just to throw something at people and then hope that they succeed. I want to be there to see it through. And if that means, hey, we have to come at from 10 different angles to get there, then that's what we're going to do. So I'm excited about that.
I think what we're doing right now too, and just to let everyone know, so like if you haven't listened to other episodes, I've got years of business experience. Lee's just coming in, learning. And what we're doing, what I'm pushing for us, is to kind of slow down and create the structure that we have to support our clients and our customers that much more, so that we're not walking into a business like unknowingly, what's happening, because I've done it before. So we're taking time right now, and we're building that structure.
And we're also building the history, right? So that people can get to know us before they ever contact us.
Yeah.
If you like what you see, then get a hold of us, and we can go through and see what we can do. And we gave that like 30-second talk, right? You asked me like, how do we explain what we do?
Do it.
And I know it's already out there, because,
is it?
Well, because it's not really it's not a new term, obviously. So, but it's a great way of explaining it, right? Is that we're going to be business mechanics or business surgeons.
Either or, we haven't decided yet, but that, yes.
But at the heart of it, that's what we do, right? So if somebody comes to us, they tell them what the symptoms are of the body or car or
and
business.
The goal.
Right.
Don't forget that.
Right.
Okay.
And so that's when we take a deep dive and see actually what's going on, and go through the business side or the numbers side and the accounting,
all of it.
Do a deep dive and truly come up with a way to make sure that the car's operating at the optimum level.
He calls it a deep dive. I call it an audit because I love audits. Because I'm weird. Because I love accounting.
That is very strange.
He said.
You're good at it.
Yeah, I love audits. I get really excited when I get audited, but I know that's not the norm. I know that's like 0.05% of the people. So we are going to have to rename it. Like you're saying deep dive, but that's not right either. But we're going to figure it out. It's assessment. It's something. We don't know yet.
Diagnostic.
Diagnostic. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to go through. We're going to give it a CT scan. We're going to go through
some x-rays,
some
blood work.
Yeah, we might have to put some casts on pieces of the. No, you don't like where this is going?
I don't know about that.
Okay,
we have to cut out some pieces though, like rust.
Yeah,
cut the rust away, put some new stuff on there,
sand some little spots, and
no
then,
Bondo. For you car people out there, this is not a Bondo shop.
How about some shellac?
I don't even know what that is. What is shellac?
I don't really know either.
Oh.
I think it's like some type of paint that makes it all like shiny.
I thought that was lacquer.
Oh. I have no idea.
No.
Anyways, whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay, so.
We never get off topic. That's a great thing about what we do. We always stay on topic. Even when we have a laptop in front of us.
Do people like this?
I don't know.
Okay, so let's get back on topic. So
what's our outline? What is our podcast outline? Let's
So we've been working here in Tampa. We've got we actually have accomplished a lot. So that's what's exciting. What is really, really depressing me right now is, you tell them.
about what's happening with me.
Yep.
So, as most of you know, I am still in the military, right? So I'm working on this stuff as my second career. But I will be deploying. I can't give a date or location or anything like that, but I will be gone for a pretty good chunk of next year.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that doesn't mean the work is going to stop. So we're gonna figure this way through it. We're still going to work on courseware and things like that, but it's the nature of the beast. It's what I do. So I'm not mad, and I'm excited about doing the job, in a deployed location. But yeah, it'll just make things a little bit different.
It will. So we are committed to continuing. We've got a plan now. So good thing I came here. We got a plan for moving forward with, which actually I am going to say, like, I recommend this if you have a partner and you're going through, like, things come up and he's going away. And so we sat down and we made a plan, and you've got goals, I've got goals, and we're going to check in. And of course the time difference is going to be even crazier. But the thing is the podcasting, we've decided, is going to be probably different.
Yeah, so there probably won't be as many of us together doing podcasts, but I don't know if anybody else has checked them out, but we've been doing some mini podcasts where it's just
we have one.
Is that it?
Yep.
We just have one? I thought we had
one.
more. So we're gonna have a lot more of those in the future, I think, because there are things that come up, and I talked to you about this the other day. There are going to be situations that come up that may not be able to wait until we can do this together and have a podcast. So, I'm actually looking forward to having this, past my free time, I guess, if that's a thing.
I mean, he's going to be like, what is it? Like familyless, which is sad.
Yeah, that is always the toughest part of these deployments is the family piece. And it's strange, because you get excited about the mission part. You have to be excited about it because, you're in it. Mm-hmm. You're taking care of people. You do have a specific mission to take care of. So the family piece, yeah, because I've got two little guys. I've got a 1.5-year-old and a 4-year-old. And so everybody that has kids knows how quickly they can change, right? I think my youngest is he's got like 3 words in his vocab. Aww. And so, who knows what's gonna be like. But I'll say, like, with technology, yeah, and I know it's something that we've talked about in the past is leveraging technology. It's a whole lot different now than what it was, 10, 15, 20 years ago. When I can see them and they can see me every day. So that will help. That will definitely help out. So I will be able to see their little faces, and I'm going to try to do all those things, like read stories to them.
Oh.
I'm going to try to read stories to them.
You going to take some books with you?
Well, so...
Why don't you read them our entrepreneur story?
Well, that'll definitely put them to sleep. So... But
I like how it's on you,
as it should be.
He wants all the attention.
No, it's just the way this car dash is set up. So, no, my mom has recorded a couple books. They have like those recordable mm-hmm. books as you read. So mm-hmm. I may get a couple of those and try to do it that way. So, but yes, that's the toughest part. You're gonna record it? Yeah, like I'm gonna read a book and record my voice.
That's adorable. There's teddy bears where you can record the voice in the teddy bear and then let the teddy bear talk. Yeah. Do that. But then cut out your face and put it on it. There's Daddy. Okay. Teddy bear Daddy.
Teddy bear Daddy.
We've been working remotely. Okay, this is crazy. Like, our story is just weird. He listened to a podcast, gave me some advice. All of a sudden now we're sitting here, 6-7 months later.
Yeah, 2020's been strange for a number of reasons.
What are we doing? So we're business partners, and we have literally been working remotely, which, like, a lot of people through COVID have been doing, on what we are building since, I want to say, June. Mm-hmm. And this is the first time that we've actually got together and got to do some like real work side by side, sitting in the hotel in the office center that didn't have a door.
No.
Or a working printer, but that's fine. It's fine. It's
Who needs that?
Pros and cons. Okay, the cons. What are the cons of working in person? I smell his breath.
Oh, God.
No, I'm just kidding.
So, I don't know. I think the cons, if you're looking at from a purely objective standpoint,
yeah,
it takes more time
to work.
It's not as efficient, right? I mean, efficient as in we can do this anytime.
What?
Does that make sense?
Nope. Mm-mm.
So I gotta put more thought into the cons.
Okay.
I mean, obviously the pros are pretty obvious.
They're very obvious.
You do it from anywhere. It's very, I don't know.
What? Wait, when we're working remotely?
Yeah.
Yeah. So working okay. So let's focus on that. Working remotely. There are pros, because here's the deal. If we weren't able to do that, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing.
Right.
We are moving together. We are a good team. You put me in my place when I'm running too fast. I put you in your place when you're trying to run backwards.
I'm a little bit more conservative. Yes.
He's super conservative, and I'm super like, go, 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 jump off the ledge. And so he actually has a rope on me, and he's keeping me from jumping until there's more information.
Yeah, and you're letting me lean over the edge with a little bit of rope, where I feel a little bit more comfortable. Like, okay, she's not gonna drop me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna drop him. We're
okay.
No. There's no dropping, because I think the more and more we work together, the more we realize that partnership, that piece, is what holds it together and what is gonna make us more successful.
So that's been definitely a pro, but the big con is, I think, the collaboration. So we talked about this when we were working together the other day, that we've got so much more done in person. And I don't know if that's just my personality, your personality, most people's personalities. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think for meetings and things like that, the teleworking has been very beneficial. It's very easy to set up, time. You can Zoom or whatever from
or the podcasting. I mean, we don't have to be in this car right now podcasting together.
No.
But we're doing it because
we can.
Because we can.
Right?
Yeah.
And when we mess up, it's a lot easier to stop the video where it's what's going to be great is when you see like this kind of chopped to, little pieces.
Yeah.
You'll know that's because we messed up or something, and we wanted to start over.
Make it better. So, meetings. There's a lot of time wasted in meetings. I was listening to someone on the plane the other day saying that she has every day 2 hours of meetings with her team every day.
Okay, this is what I found about meetings though in this COVID time frame. Because they are so easy to have, it's almost like there's more of them. Like, oh, look, we can have a meeting. Hey, let me set this up. Hey, I don't know what you've got going on at 2 o'clock today, but we're going to have another meeting. And so just because it's easier to do doesn't necessarily mean that you should be doing it more.
Do you know how much time, prior to COVID, was wasted having meetings? And now people are doing what you said, where they're having these long extended meetings. And it's like, there is so much time. There's productive meetings, but then there's also meetings that are like unnecessarily, you can Google it. There's so much information on like how that could have just been one email to the team.
I find like a lot of meetings or a lot of information basically for one person.
Yes,
and
we've talked about this.
And so there's got to be a better way to do it, and there's got to be a much more efficient way of doing it. So I know in our meetings we just probably have way too many people that probably don't need to be there. I hope we start to slow them down a little bit and just email the highlights out if need be, which is kind of how we used to do in the past, right? When I was stationed in Korea, I mean, all the way back in 2001, I wasn't high enough ranking to go to staff meetings, but my boss would come back to our section and then give us all the highlights of stuff. You know, not everything that was said during the meeting, the highlights that we needed. Exactly. And I thought that always worked very well. But I've seen some pitfalls with the meetings here. But I just, what was it, a month or two ago that I was in the professional military education course? It was all done, you know, via Zoom and Microsoft Teams. And at first I was like, I really hate this. I want to be in person. I want to network and, you know, talk to my peers. And I still think that to this day. But on day 2, we had a briefing on China and, you know, just going over, you know, what's
COVID?
going on in the world. Not COVID related.
Okay.
And so we didn't have to be on video screen for that call. Like it was a briefing that we could just listen to. Well, I laid down in bed and listened to it.
I was like, did you fall asleep and take a nap?
And I was like, okay, that kind of like changed my mindset on virtual learning. I was like, oh, I could do this. This is good.
But did it sink in?
No, it did sink in. So there were some pros to it.
Okay.
But I still would have liked to be in person. And I don't know if it's because I'm old school or just old or what the case may be, but I like human interaction. I like to look somebody, like, no kidding, in the eyes in person, see their whole like body gestures, right?
Yes.
We talk about how I think 80% of communication is nonverbals. I could be wrong on that percentage, but I think I heard that right somewhere. And so you do learn a lot from people when you're having conversations and things like that. So I do miss that.
Well, I think that actually when you're saying that, let's tell everyone, like when we do our podcasts, we have done them via Zoom. So in the beginning, we used to do them just over the phone. No, we did them via Zoom because Lee was like, I need to see your face because I need to be able to see, like it was like that piece of the emotion was missing, or what was missing. What is it?
For me, it was knowing when to say something too. We tried doing a 3-way podcast.
Whoa.
Yeah, so 3-way podcast, and it was god awful, right? It was terrible.
That's why we do the interviews.
We were doing like long pauses because I didn't want to step on anybody's toes and things like that. It was not cool. It was not fun. And, you know, the podcasts to me are fun.
Yes.
I think they should be fun.
I think they should be fun but the other piece is educational. I want people to get something out of this. And so why I'm bringing this up is so I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have said, hey, let's get on video. But the benefit that we have gained from doing that is that we flow. We already have the flow. We already work really well together and can feed off of each other really well. But once we got the video and I could see you and you could see me, we knew when that person's mind was shutting off from whatever we were. It made it faster. Right?
Yeah. It was more efficient in person. It's how we get to in person that's inefficient, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's inefficient for us to travel somewhere to be together. But
is it inefficient?
Well, it's inefficient as in it takes a lot of time to get to that location.
Yes, it took me a whole day.
Now, are there some efficiencies brought out by it because of like how much we've done together?
Yes.
Yes, obviously. I mean, it's very productive.
Yes.
So I think there's efficiencies and productivity and things like that. And how do you measure by how much work we've got done? I mean, the stuff that we got done in the last few days, how long would that have taken us to do it remotely?
Well,
twice as long?
Yeah, I mean, I think too, okay, so we said that we were going to talk about kind of real life stuff at this point. Nothing really was getting done for a while. And so that's the other thing about scheduling the time and meeting in person to get some of this done. Real life, Cami, what are we telling people?
Whatever you want.
What are we saying? I mean,
is this where the personal transition thing came into
that
play?
Is what it is.
I didn't want to prompt you because
I had no idea.
I didn't want to.
Wait, you knew and you just faked it?
You know.
Okay, so personal transition. I mean, that is where I've had. I don't really know how to say this.
So, relationships in your personal life,
yes,
are morphing.
I love the way you said that. Yes,
morphing into a different form.
Absolutely.
A form that may or may not exist on another plane or level.
Or planet. Or we don't know. We don't know.
It's getting dark.
It is getting dark.
Do we need to turn lights?
But like the car's not on. We don't know what we're doing. Here's the deal. I love that. Okay, here's what I love about our partnership too. Ding ding. Here's what I love about our partnership is that Lee always says like he's the idea guy. So I can sit here and go, okay, this is, I don't really know, but this is what's happening. And he can take it and he can make it sound like the best, like, storyline ever.
Are you saying I'm a BS artist?
I don't know. Like,
I think it's true. I was just waiting for you to agree with me. So
whatever you just said was like the perfect, it's just perfect. That's it. And so that did take away, you know, we had been talking every day.
But we basically almost took it felt like we took like a 2 or 3 week break where
we did.
We kind of checked in with each other, but it wasn't really about work.
Yeah.
It was just checking in on each other's mental
health. I mean, you also were working more and going through more. And so the timing was kind of odd.
Yeah.
But
it happens. You try to, find workarounds.
Yeah. And so I think that, once you're retired. Retired from the military.
Retired from the military. Let me just get this out there to folks because I feel weird when I say it. It just means I'm transitioning to the next chapter. Doesn't mean retired.
Yes.
But it's retired from the military. It just means I'm looking for a job.
He's not looking for a job.
Well, I found one, but You're
making one.
Yes, I am making a job. I am stimulating the economy.
We are. We're going to stimulate the economy.
Yep.
With your brains.
It's good stuff. So I think this podcast is more just going to be just updates, really.
This is an update to let everyone know what we've been doing.
What's up? What's coming?
What's coming.
What's in the works.
What was behind us. What's in the forward future. And that I'm really sad that he's not going to be part of this podcast potentially in the way that we've been doing it for a couple months until he gets back. And then we're going to be freaking on fire.
Yeah, I mean, I've got 478 days left.
He's counting.
In the military. But I've said this before, and I think I've said it on a podcast before, though. I'm not counting down because I can't wait to be done. That's by no means what I'm saying. It means I've got 478 days left to make a difference on the members that I help mentor and train and develop, right? So that's why it's a constant reminder to me that I've still got work to do, but I've only got so much time left to do it.
I love it.
So that's why I have that up there. So
it's super positive, and I think that shutting down this podcast, what do we want the takeaway to be here? For the podcast? Yeah, I mean, basically that, hey, we are going to fight through our personal challenges, whether it's, in our personal life or our professional life, to still try to make this happen. And no, it will. Okay, sometimes he uses these words like try or whatever, but I'm like, but take that out. Still make this happen. Yes, we are going to make this happen. Even through the diversity of it. We're just having the curves and the way, like Carrie said, like it's not a straight line. We're kind of going, moving through this. And while you're away, oh gosh, I can't wait until you get back, because then we're going to meet in person again. And we'll do this again. Yes. In person. It'll be a better update, and we'll go through everything that we've done and experienced. But we're going to have so much. We will do a lot more of the single podcast. So hopefully those will pick up. And for the 2 or 3 people that listen to these things, we are way open to suggestions too. We haven't really got suggestions. No, we've had people text though, but we still have that. Text us 360
Okay.
927
Okay.
2005.
Okay.
Tell us if you hate us, if you love us, if you want something else.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
I'm open into talking about things, and that can be whatever. I mean, if you've listened to us before, you kind of know our backgrounds, so I'm open to talk about that stuff. I think I have a general and a good idea of what we want to talk about and get out there, but really, it's going to be on folks that are listening to this and interesting in what we do, maybe to tailor our content.
So a lot of what our podcast together, it's our journey, you know. So we're putting our journey out there.
A video diary.
It really is. I mean, our journey is being recorded here, and you know, the interviews, we're getting the journeys from everybody else, but watch us fly.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Alrighty. Well, I think that's it for this podcast. And
wish him luck.
We will.
And thank you for your service.
Oh.
This is the last deployment.
I think so.
We think.
Yep.
We don't know.
This should be it. So I'm gonna make the best of it and give it 100% as always. And yeah, we'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Peace.